Hey everybody, this is Dan from Mechanical Marky. Today, taking apart the truck. As you may have seen in a recent video, I just got a new truck. Well, newer, it's a 93. So now it's time to take apart this truck. You might be asking, why not sell it? Well, it's junk. The engine runs fine, but everything else, I mean, just look at this body. It's junk. So, might also ask, why not just scrap the whole thing? Well, I want to keep some stuff off of it. Obviously, some things I could take and still scrap it easily, like the headlights, because I bought those a few years ago. But it'd be a little harder to scrap it if I take the wheels off it, because I want to keep these wheels and tires. I'm also planning on taking the engine. So, I'm going to disassemble or cut apart the whole thing. You may ask, why not part it out? Question is, what parts would I sell? These taillights are junk, bumper's junk, all the body's junk. I mean, maybe the windows, but they got scratches and paint overspray. Most of the things, just junk. So, time to start taking it apart. Even the toolbox on the back isn't really worth the hassle of trying to sell, because there's no key, there's no struts for the top, and there's no mounting hardware. So I'm just going to scrap it too. So my plan is start with tearing out the interior, and then start cutting the body off, starting from the back to the front, pull the engine out of the frame, and then cut up the frame. And I'll let you know at the end how much I made off of it. See, in the interior, nothing's really worth saving either. Seat's all torn up. Dash is cracked. The glove box is held up with Velcro strips. So, yeah, this is all pretty much going in the trash. One last thing before tearing apart the interior. You need to start it one last time and then run it out of gas. So this is going to be the last time that this engine runs until it possibly goes in another project in the future. Because it's a great running old 6-cylinder engine. So I'm going to keep it. And because I'm getting rid of this truck, I don't care if the whole internet sees how you could have stolen this. There's no key, and I have it stuck in the on position because this started not turning all the way back. 2 switches to turn it on. And then the push button that is labeled Go Baby Go runs the starter. And that's the last start for who knows how long. This is the radio for my old Civic. I put it in here and then barely ever used it because the truck is so loud I could never hear it. Well, it took a lot of hacking and breaking things, but gotten the dash out, got the seat out, figured there's no way to get the bolts out, so I just cut them all. Now clean up all this, remove all the flooring and everything, and let's see just how bad the floor of this truck is. Because I know it is really bad. Alright, I got the vinyl flooring out. Now you can see truly how bad the floor is. This here is a piece that I put in, and it's gone. Huge hole in the driver's area. It was already patched at one point here. It's all gone. Over on the passenger side, I didn't know it was nearly this bad either. This floor is just going away completely. Of course, this is completely separated from the rest of the cab. I would imagine if this thing was in a crash, the entire cab would just fold. And that's why it's going off the road. Now I'm going to remove the seat belts, and I think I'll be done with in the cab for now. There's still the climate box in there, but not going to worry about that stuff right now. Alright, with the interior done, time to start moving on to removing the body. I'm going to be starting in the back of the bed. I don't have a ton more time I can work on it today, so we'll just see how much of a fight this puts up. Alright, so this is it for first day of tearing apart the truck. Cutting out the bed has actually gone a lot faster than I expected, so hopefully this whole project won't take too long. Alright, day 2 of cutting up the truck. Don't have a lot of time today, so gonna get right to it. So first, time to take out the tailgate. I just thought it was kind of funny to leave the back end on there like that. It's also a good work surface. And once I get that off, I'm going to leave the bed floor for now because it's holding all the junk, and then start taking the cab off. That's it for day 2. Got a lot taken off. You can see all the engine. Take off the core support. Need to start draining fluids. And then start ripping off the cab. Once the cab's off, take the engine out. Need to start throwing this in the bed of the new truck. It's going to be a big pile. So I wanted to save the 4 letters off the back of the tailgate. When I cut that off, I found that half the tailgate was full of dirt. No idea how that all got in there. I don't know how well it shows up on the video, but I just cracked the whole windshield here. It's because my pry bar got just under the glass there. So I'd been wondering how hard it would be to get the windshield out of this. And I just happened to pry down here. The whole thing's ready to come out, actually. Pretty loose. I've seen windshields get replaced on modern cars, and it takes a lot of work to get the old one out. This one's popping out pretty easily. Wow, look at that. And there we go. All the windshield's out. That was easy. I did not think this was just going to pop right out. less truck now. And not only did I get the whole roof and walls off, got all the cab mount bolts. So I just have to disconnect the steering shifter and I can pull the rest of the cab off. So I got the transmission off last time, drive shaft and fuel tank and all that. Time to pull the engine. And it's a rainy day. Not too rainy though. Alright, the engine is out. This is a really big engine, and it's only 6-cylinder. I've only ever taken out little 4 cylinders. And obviously, all the accessories and intake, it makes it bigger, but even without that, that's a big engine. Now, put on my carpenter hat and build a crate for it. It's actually been a few months since I last worked on this. Part of the holdup was just working on other cars. And also, I need to get a chance to refill my torch tanks because I need a torch to cut this up. I'm not using a grinder or a reciprocating saw. So that's the goal today, to get this frame all cut up. First though, I have to pull the wheels, drain the brake lines, remove those because they're copper, a little bit more valuable. Also got to drain the rear diff and the steering box. It also happens to be July 4th, so I'll be making a little bit of sparks like fireworks with my torch. Alright, I've got fluids drained, all the brake lines off. There's still hoses on there, but not being too thorough. Time to start torching this. I'm going to do a cut here, somewhere in the middle, cut things in half. I wish I had an actual video running instead of just the time-lapse just then, because as I could have predicted, as I cut the frame in half up here, the entire thing just fell over. It was just up on blocks and stuff, so. Alright, time to figure out what to do next. Alright, so I got all this stuff cut in half. Frame's in 3 main chunks. I just got to cut this up a bit because that is a really big, heavy piece. Thinking I can cut the control arms off and maybe that's good enough. I finally got everything all cut up. The front was a fight. I cut through one front I-beam, but they are so thick I decided not to on the other side. Finally just cut off the bracket. Once I was able to flip over the frame, this is all so heavy up here. Now just load it all up in my truck. Well, I didn't get any shots of my truck full of the last few parts of the truck, or any shots at the scrapyard, but that's where the truck is now, except for those few pieces I saved. All in total, I made a few $100, which that's about as much as you get for scrapping a vehicle. I'm kind of wondering how much more it could have been worth if it wasn't so rusted out, because I'm sure it was missing several pounds of metal. If I'd saved everything I vacuumed off of it, it would be a few pounds more, I'm sure. Well, this truck had a nice long life and an easy retirement because I only put a few thousand miles on it since I bought it 6 or 7 years ago. And I miss it, but I like my new truck too. And hopefully someday you'll see that engine live again in some other project. It may not be the most exciting engine, but I want to use it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media on Facebook and Instagram, and read the blog at mechanicalmalarkey.com. Thanks for watching.